Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Hairforme.com.
All young people in Northeast Florida, but especially LGBTQ plus teens and young adults, need advocates and a safe place with no stigma or judgment where they can find acceptance and support. It's essential for them to live healthy, safe lives filled with joy and possibility. This is what Jasmine provides. Jasmine is Northeast Florida's only youth center for LGBTQ plus teens and young adults, and for nearly 29 years has worked to help the community be a more welcoming place for our young people. Offering mental health programs, peer counseling, family time, HIV testing and prevention, and a front door for homeless youth, Jasmine continues to be the safe place our LGBTQ plus young people need as they navigate this tumultuous time in their lives. And though progress has been made, our work is still necessary to reach the ultimate goal: equality and human rights for all. Discover how you can partner to support our LGBTQ plus teens and young adults. Visit jasmine.org today.
Ronald McDonald House Charities of Jacksonville is celebrating 35 years of supporting the health and well-being of critically ill children and their families who need to be near a hospital. To learn more, visit rmhcjacksonville.org.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Studios, Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Doug Brown. When he spoke after the game Wednesday night, the only question was, how much will the fine be? Pacers coach Rick Carlisle gets dinged for $35,000 by the NBA. Carlisle sharply criticized the officiating in the first 2 games of that series. And Game 3 is tonight in Indianapolis, 6:30 Eastern on ESPN Radio and TV. The Knicks hold a 2-0 series lead. OG Anunoby out tonight. Jalen Brunson questionable with a sore right foot. The second game on ESPN, Denver at Minnesota. The reigning champs are down 2-0. And our Michael Wilbon says that's no accident.
The way Minnesota's playing right now, you look at them and just looking at, I mean, not just Ant-Man and his maturation and his becoming the most exciting player in the league, for my money, and Cat and Rudy and Naz Reid and Jalen McDaniels and Mike Conley. There's nothing they're missing.
Michael Wilbon on NBA Countdown. Bears coach Matt Eberflus names #1 overall pick Caleb Williams as his starting quarterback even before the start of minicamp this weekend.
Hey, it's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Candy. Coming up Monday, the NBA and NHL playoffs continue. NFL rookie minicamps are wrapping up, and I'll react to it all in my Upon Further Review at 6:30 Eastern. It's Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
WOKV Jacksonville. Listen live everywhere you go on ESPN690.com. ESPN 690, Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio. Who is this guy? Aaron Shafting? What is it? Oh, Schachter? Schachter. Okay. Shack Attack. Schachter. He gets shacked. But I digress. Here we go.
You ready? Yeah. Turn up your radio.
The Aaron Schachter Show on ESPN 690.
Yeah, buddy. Welcome to the Aaron Schachter Show, a Friday edition on a Friday. Welcome to it. I am Aaron Schachter, the man chewing on his food behind the glass, super producer Brian Middleton.
You're so extra right now. What's going on, man?
It's Friday, Brian.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We're about to be get the sweet release for the weekend.
Storming outside.
What, it's still?
You don't hear the thunder?
The only thunder I hear is in my brains, bro. I'm lit.
Get that checked out.
All right. Yeah, I need an ear doctor. Excuse me, is anyone listening an ear doctor? All I hear is thunder.
That sounds like a song.
It's hard to hear the thunder when all you hear is this sound in the hallways. Welcome to a Friday edition on a Friday here at the radio station.
Oh, my guess would have been a Wednesday or a Monday.
Oh.
Or a Thursday.
Sound a little bitter, Brian. That's not what we're doing here today.
No,
we're not bitter today.
I thought it was quieter on Fridays, but okay.
We're happy today. Big day, especially for the Jaguars. Rookie minicamp getting underway. Doug having a press conference. Technically, Doug and Ethan Waugh having a press conference today.
Okay.
I guess Trent's on vacation or something. I didn't hear why he wasn't there. Maybe he had a dentist appointment. Shot's like, hey, man, can he do this presser? Trent's like, busy. He's like, well, what about tomorrow? Busy. Next week, buddy, busy. It's like, all right, Trent, let's get on the Outlook calendar. Why are you making such a big deal out of it? It's weird.
I'm going to go with dentist.
Yeah, dentist. You ever watch The Office?
Mm-mm.
There was a...
Sorry, man. That's no, I've seen it in bits and pieces, but I wasn't like a weekly follower of the show.
There's a funny scene where Dwight has to fake that he's going to the dentist because he's trying to steal his boss's job. So the boss goes, oh, really? You went to the dentist? What was your dentist's name? And Dwight's on the spot. He can't really think of it. He goes, Crentist. So Michael Scott goes, your dentist's name is Crentist?
I like it.
Crentist the dentist?
Yes, sir.
I was like, yep. That just reminded me of that.
Does he win?
The job?
Well, not getting in trouble. Whatever it was he was trying to...
It's not a win or lose thing. I don't want to spoil it for you, Brian.
I'm not going to watch it.
No spoilers. It came out like 15 years ago. No spoilers.
And it could be another 15 years. I'm not going to watch it. I know it's a good show or a funny show, but I'm not...
Dwight gets uncovered as the betrayer. And because Michael Scott is a benevolent boss, he allows Dwight to try and earn his way back into Michael's good graces.
Okay.
But it's probably a couple of episodes storyline there. Very funny show. Like hilarious. And out of all the TV shows I've ever seen in my life, maybe the most rewatchable. We're not breaking any ground here.
Right.
We're not breaking any ground.
Right.
You look up the most rewatch. Okay. I dare you. I dare you.
Yeah.
I double dare you to Google the term most rewatchable TV shows of all time.
A lot of syllables.
The Office will be at the top of that list.
Okay.
I think Scrubs will be on there. The Office will be on there. I'm trying to think of some other ones.
Yeah, let's see.
Gonna struggle to do it.
Okay.
Other super rewatchable shows. How did we even get here? Didn't I just mention the Jaguars rookie camp?
Well, you said a guy that's not Trent Baalke.
Oh, Trent Baalke was at the dentist. He was at Crentist the dentist.
Exactly.
Ethan Waugh is who I was talking about. He gave a press conference along with Doug Pederson back to back. We got Doug Cuts. Not to drop the Dwight Crentist the dentist storyline right away. Other stuff going on today, by the way. News about Netflix trying to get in on the live NFL broadcast game. We've heard a lot from Netflix recently in live programming, especially last weekend. They've got their Netflix as a Joke comedy festival happening.
Nice.
And so because of that, they did all this live programming. Cat Williams had a live comedy special. The Tom Brady roast was live. And then the John Mulvaney TV show they're doing live all week, Everybody's in L.A. That thing is live as well. So Netflix out here trying to flex those live muscles, trying to show all the networks or all the content creators, hey, we could do live. We need to do live. And so they're looking right at Roger Goodell and the boys in the NFL. And they're like, we'd like some football games. We'll tell you more about that story coming up in a little bit. Scheduled to appear on the show today, Brian, Michelle Thibodeau.
Hey.
News Queen Michelle Thibodeau returns for a Friday installment of Survey Says. Bong. Good answer. All the fun stuff there.
Hit him with the ding.
That's what I said, bong, not ding. Same thing. And then, of course, I did an interview with the good folks from the Ronald McDonald House, as well as it was Megan Weinstein from the Ronald McDonald House and Kamal Gasper from ViStar Credit Union, who's their community engagement person. And we'll hear that towards the end of the show, how you guys can help out with the Ronald McDonald House. They do tons of great things here in Jacksonville. They're celebrating essentially the close of their 35th year here in town with the big Mick Gala. It's a big ball gown and black tie affair.
Oh, that's going to happen
this weekend.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what you. I was like, oh man, I didn't know you went to a black tie affair to do this interview.
I actually.
Look at you. Are you invited? Is this the date night this week for you and the missus?
This is not date night. But you know what? She has earned a date this weekend because it's also the eve
she did.
of Mother's Day this weekend.
Yeah, look at that.
Mother's Day, very important holiday. I think. I'm sure. I know.
Work through it, man.
I'm trying.
Work through it.
Let me get on the couch for a second. Let's figure this out.
Is Mother's Day important to Aaron Schachter?
Do you have Mother's Day plans, I guess is my question to you.
Well, I'm not a mom, so I don't.
So you don't have Mother's Day plans?
As a son, I do.
All right. Well, that's what I'm asking, bro. You don't have to make it difficult. We can do it easily.
Okay, well, you know.
Cool. I guess you do have to make it difficult.
Elaborate.
Today.
So yeah. No, I'll see my mom. We'll hang out. All the people will hang out, you know, probably at her spot. And then she'll be like, okay, I'm ready for you guys to leave.
Oh, okay. I like that.
I'm like, cool, man.
I kind of wish my mom behaved like that sometimes.
Well, I'm ready for you guys to go.
Yeah, like you tell me when to come over, and when you're ready for us to go, kick us out.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time you don't want to insult somebody.
Uh-huh.
But sometimes while you're trying not to insult somebody, they're sitting there going, oh, man, I just want to watch my shows.
With my dog.
Just want to do my thing.
You know, I've gotten my free food. I've gotten my gifts.
Just want to walk around in my underwear, my robe or whatever, not have everybody over the house.
Again, this is starting to feel very specific.
I
feel like you feel this way when you invite people over, Aaron.
I mean.
And you're like, hey, I'm ready to. It's been 90 minutes. Get out of my house.
If I'm being honest, I don't invite people over.
Really?
My wife invites people over. I try not to. I try not to.
Okay.
I don't necessarily like all that because I don't actually put on a robe when people come. I'll just hang out in the underwear, and then it's up to them whether they want to enjoy that or not.
Talk your talk, King.
So I say, it's my house, Brian.
Talk your talk, King.
My house.
Name of the deed on the house.
Well, it's not mine. We rent the houses. You know.
Or the bank or somebody. Okay. Name on the bill that comes to you every month.
It's in my wife's name. It's not really in mine. I'm trying to stay out of that stuff.
Put a robe on. put some jeans on and put a sweater on too, man.
Put on some layers, triple down jacket.
Walking around, nothing's in my name. I don't own the house.
That's right.
I don't even really live there all the time.
Yeah, I'm not even there really. My kids barely know me. So, I don't know.
But hold on, Aaron. Those are my plans. Do you have plans?
Well, my mom lives 1,000 miles away, so
fair.
I'll give her a phone call. That'll be my plans for my mom.
Great.
Which is basically probably more effort than I normally give. Shout out to Mom. Sorry about that. But
no, shout out to you, man.
My wife, we got some plans for my wife, which I won't spurl right now on the radio.
But
she
may be listening.
I got her a little gift. And then me and the kids have a little something planned, and then we'll go out to brunch on Sunday morning. She was very nervous that I was going to screw up the brunch for Sunday morning.
How?
Because they get so filled. They get so packed. Like, if you don't get ahead of it, maybe get a reservation or, like, book some space, you're going to end up showing up somewhere 10:30 Sunday morning, and you'll be waiting in line for 45 minutes, an hour.
It'll be dinner.
Right.
It'll be an early dinner by the time you actually sit down.
To make matters worse, I think she's got like a baby shower thing happening Saturday out at the beach, and she's already cleared it with me. She's like, I think I'm going to hang out at the beach a little bit after that and party with the girls. So you know she's coming home a little boozed, a little sauced. And
okay, Aaron Schachter.
The last thing I want to do is have her wake up Sunday morning and be like, now you got to wait 3.5 hours before we can do anything you want to do. So,
okay.
So I'm trying to get it all the ducks lined up.
Yeah, no, you should.
But I feel like she's going to have a good Mother's Day. She's got to. I can't screw this one up.
Hey, because Father's Day is next month, all right?
Yeah, that's accurate.
And if I do you, you got to do me. You feel what I'm saying?
That is a little scratch my back, you scratch my back, I scratch your back deal. Something like that.
What you just said.
We'll have to figure out the math in the break.
Okay.
But Mother's Day is obviously an important holiday. So those of you who forgot, as men tend to do, better get on it. You got hours. I mean, I don't know that Amazon could save you at this point. Maybe you still got time to order something that gets here tomorrow with that Prime delivery. But your best bet is like head to a mall.
Boy, that show up Sunday morning, man. Well, if you pay the right shipping.
But then what you don't want is your wife seeing you or your mom seeing you take the package off the front porch and you're trying to like scurry to the bedroom with it. And they're like, oh, cool. No, I matter. Obviously, you bought this gift 18 hours ago.
I'll send it back. I'll send it back. You don't want this $400 whatever, but they add on to the toilet. You don't want it. You've been talking about it all day, all week. Okay, I'll send it back, man.
My wife's an interesting person to buy gifts for sometimes. The last couple of birthdays and Christmases, I've got her a pressure washer, a chainsaw, yeah, and a high-powered leaf blower.
So she's hands-on. She's like, I'm outdoorsy and I need to do chores.
Not all the time, but when she gets a bug, she gets after it.
I love the fact that you gently, stem the tide for your wife so that she understands. Listen, get your chores done. Get them done. Appliances are new. They're not going to be worn out by themselves. Put your hands on them and do it on a weekly basis.
No lie, I'd never really operated a chainsaw before I bought one for my wife.
Really?
This thing is fun.
Okay.
I like a chainsaw now.
You guys learn together? Or
No.
did she did YouTube teach you? Did she teach you or what?
I just kind of picked it up and went with it.
That's what I'll be talking about. That's the kind of unbridled, unwarranted confidence that no one should have.
I'll just figure this thing out.
You know?
I don't know what she did. I don't be like looking over her shoulder like that. But chainsaw is fun, man. High-powered chainsaw, making a lot of noise, cutting through everything. It's fun.
What you cutting? You got a lot of woods where you're at? I don't want you to
Not
disclose where you
necessarily
live.
a lot of woods, but like, you know
enough?
how sometimes like a bush will grow into a tree and then it attaches itself to the fence and then, you got to straighten everything out over there. You go, hey, I own this backyard, not you, Mr. Tree. We annexed it from you.
Okay.
Hundreds of years ago.
All right.
And so let me just cut these branches down. It's easier that way. I'm sure I could do it with like garden snippers or something, but chainsaw so much more of a statement.
Sounds faster too.
You better not grow back, tree. I'm going to come for you with this power tool. Remember when we were going to talk Jaguars?
When was that? I feel like faintly like I remember that, but okay, let's do it now.
It's a dream. It was a fever dream.
Hurt.
So the Jaguars are downtown this weekend for rookie minicamp. All the new bodies and one veteran, Jarvis Landry. He's showing up, doing his audition, trying to land himself on the roster. And, of course, there are some interesting things that we might be able to learn this weekend through the play and the drills and some of the comments that will ultimately be made. But for the most part, Brian, it sounds like this is not necessarily something that's going to be too eye-opening for the fans and the fan base.
Right.
This is really about, according to Doug, just getting eyes on players.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, he said so in such a way where I was like, what was scouting about then? What was the combine? Because it sounds like the same thing. Like you can't compete. You're not allowed to go head-to-head versus your defense and offense. So they're just basically running drills, I believe. Not that I'll be down there. I'll be busy hiding in my house with my wife for Mother's Day. But it's just exciting to have everyone down at the stadium, if I'm being honest.
Well, that's one, yeah. And
I mean, preseason doesn't start until August-ish. So it's nice, a couple of months ahead of time, to go, oh, yeah, we got some football things happening. But let's talk to Doug. What's the most exciting part for Doug with this rookie mini camp, or really any of these camps?
The biggest thing is the number of guys that are here. I think that's.
Let me stop him for a second. I know I do this every time I start a cut, and I stop it immediately.
You
I know.
said, hi, I'm Doug Pederson. And Aaron,
I was like,
and
let
Aaron,
me tell you
just-
something. I'm just saying, Brian, I have now heard this from Doug for the third year in a row. And on the one hand, it's not like I don't believe him. I think he's excited about the attendance, how many people are there, because it does say something when the folks show up to a voluntary camp or voluntary workouts at the stadium, putting the work in, learning each other before the rookies get there. But to say it every year makes me feel like this is kind of the standard thing for him.
Mm-hmm.
But okay.
Credit to them with the voluntary program, and I get it. There's workout bonuses and all that kind of stuff and contracts, but I think other than that, they want to be here, and then obviously the defensive guys get some new staff and everything and learning, and then offensively just keep the new guys going, and even with the guys we've been with now for going on 3 years, just keep them coming as well. So
I do buy these guys want to be there. I mean, it does seem like the guys they're bringing to the team, putting in the locker room, good character dudes who not only love football but like their teammates. It seems like the team at large want to be around each other, and all they did was add guys who are like that. You didn't really hear about any knuckleheads that were added to the team. So I'm buying what he's selling.
Okay.
It's been good. Been a lot of energy, out there. Phase 2, we're not competing, against each other, offense, defense, more so than just competing with yourself and to make yourself better.
I mean, they're running drills. Run a drill. I mean, I'm not sure what is expected to be learned from the drills that they hadn't already seen on tape. Maybe seeing it in person looks different. We heard from Mike DeRocco yesterday talking a little bit about just seeing the athleticism of some of these guys, how they move. Doug talked a little bit about that today. Doug mentioned something about their techniques may change between college and now, especially because the scheme change.
Mm-hmm.
How do they react to that? How do they respond to that? And the learning that goes on, right? But you do have this big pink elephant in the room, which is Jarvis Landry, where you go, he's not a rookie. Did I say that wrong? You're giving me a head shake.
No, I'm not giving. No.
Is it not a pink elephant?
Nah, keep
Purple
the top
tiger.
flowing.
Okay.
Purple tiger, though. I will take that.
There's big purple tiger in the room in Jarvis Landry. He's a veteran. He's not a rookie. So you don't necessarily, I don't know how much you're going to glean off of watching him run drills, but at the same time, you can see his movement. You can see if he's fully healed from the injury. Certainly all the other medicals have been passed or else he wouldn't be out there. But is there more that he can offer? I think we hear a little bit later on that. But I thought this was a pretty good question in the presser, Brian. Is the evaluation of someone like Jarvis Landry different than how you evaluate the rookies? Because they're evaluating him to be on the roster, but the expectation of what he should know, shouldn't know how to do has to be different than what they're expecting from a guy like Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Not necessarily. We understand, and with Jarvis, he's played a ton of football. Right, and so we know that, and there maybe there's a different expectation, with a guy like Jarvis, but I think more than anything, just kind of seeing where he is physically, mentally, the rookies they don't know anything right now, so it's different. And
is that an insult? Would you be insulted if you were a rookie right now?
Be right.
You're like, sorry, Doug, I just spent like 3-4 years being All-American. All SEC or whatever honors I got in college. I know, a little something. Knew enough to get drafted. A little something. Can't give me no credit.
And, we're trying to get them, we won't get them caught up this weekend to where the vets are, but at the same time, this is a great opportunity for them to learn and really, show us how much they can retain in just a short period of time.
Just like the pre-class to the class. The pre-learning to the learning. Wide receivers have a lot of questions here. It's good that we're going to see Brian Thomas Jr. this weekend and Jarvis Landry. We're not really going to see too many others outside of the undrafted free agent wide receivers. But the question was asked of Doug. Go ahead and evaluate the current state of your wide receiver room. Because there were at least one swing and miss that we know of with Calvin Ridley. But maybe there's more need or desire than we're aware of. What is the current state of that room?
I think it's hard to say right now because Gabe is still working through an injury, so he's not really participating. He's out there and he's learning, so it's hard to tell.
It's a little surprising to me, by the way. Gabe Davis still hurt from last football season? Still recovering?
Lingering.
Yeah.
Because phase 2 is about development and growth. With the players more so than it is with the units, I think we'll have a better understanding going into OTAs and coming out of OTAs. We'll see how much Gabe can give us. I don't want to put him through something that's going to set him back either. But it's just hard right now because we don't have everybody kind of working at the same time.
I don't really think it was the spirit of the question. I think the spirit of the question was closer to you had desires and wants for this room. Do you feel you accomplished it? You really just stuck to Gabe? Didn't really mention Brian or any of the other new names that might be in that room? But the reality is the core of that room is remaining the same, especially if you count Evan Ingram in that room, which technically he's not. But for all intents and purposes, he's wide receiver 2 on the team. Just interesting to me. Doug really doesn't know what he's got right now in that wide receiver room. You could probably say that about few of the position groups. I'd be curious to know what they think they've got in the secondary. I don't think they know.
You don't think they know what they have in the wide receiver room?
I think they know what they wanted to have. I think they know what they intended to have when they picked or drafted or re-signed, extended, whomever. I think they can look at those players and say, this is what we expect. But no, I don't think they know completely. I think there are a lot of question marks there. And apparently Doug agrees with me, so why don't you mind your business? or not. I mean, it's your choice. It's a Friday. Do what you feel.
Go.
Or
wow,
don't.
you know what, man? I like this kind of not loosey-goosey, but more like free-flowing Aaron, man.
It's a Friday, Brian.
Yeah, Friday Aaron, way more loosey than Tuesday Aaron. I like it, though.
Another good question. Lots of good questions in the press conferences today. I got no complaints with the questions today.
Oh, no. I had the music queued up. Okay.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to disappoint you.
Yeah, I thought you had a couple. Okay,
I'm
but anyway.
sorry. I don't. I liked almost every question I heard today.
Wow.
The only questions I don't have here I didn't necessarily like. I didn't think they were bad questions. I didn't find value in them. A lot of questions about late round draft picks, undrafted guys, and I'm sure, like, obviously those people pan out occasionally, but 90% of the time, we're not going to see those names next regular season.
Mm-hmm.
And so we don't have to sit here doing the cuts until they do something on the field. That's fine. But we will see Brian Thomas Jr. day one. And so this question was asked. I like this question. Is there a benefit to a guy like Brian Thomas Jr. to be in this rookie minicamp with a guy like Jarvis Landry? I thought it was a good question.
It is a really good learning experience for a guy like Brian, to come in here and see Jarvis, see how he handles these 2 days. Listen, this is geared more for rookies these 2 days. I mean, Jarvis is a vet, and he kind of knows what it's like. So I think it'll be good to kind of see how Jarvis handles himself, as a professional, and it'll really at least make an impression on Brian, this weekend.
I like that. Let these guys spend some time together. Let Brian learn. Let Brian be the sponge. Let Jarvis do some teaching here.
Whoa, if I'm Jarvis, I'm like, okay, I'm only doing this for surface value. I ain't trying to teach. I'm trying to make a roster. I'm trying to come back.
Hey, you could do that. You could do all those things same time. Do them at the same time. I bet you Jarvis is the kind of guy who would do that too. I heard him talk to Tom Pelissero. He seems like one of those guys. He wants to provide value. I think he hopes that value is as a wide receiver 1, 2, or 3. But I think what he'll find is part of the thing that makes him attractive to these teams is the fact that he can help teach. He could be a coach on the roster. The old school player coaches of the NBA. You're probably too young to remember those guys.
Bill Russell?
There were a few of them.
You're too young to remember these guys.
Pat Ewing. I think he played for the Magic while being an assistant coach.
No, that doesn't count.
Why not?
That didn't count.
You're talking head coach?
No one was listening to Patrick Ewing on the Orlando Magic.
You are wildly out of pocket right now.
If you told me it was the Knicks, Patrick Ewing doing it, I was like, really? He did that?
Dude's a legend. What are you talking about?
No, of course I would have been like, he did that? That's impressive. But Orlando Magic, Patrick Ewing, I don't know. I don't believe that one was effective. Anyway.
All right. Well, we'll be back on the Aaron Schachter Show where Brian can continue to talk smack on Patrick Ewing if he chooses to. Because it's a Friday, and it's your choice, Brian. You want to drink on microphone? That's your choice.
Can you hear it?
No. You want to eat your candies or whatever you're eating?
Oh, it's peanuts.
I'm not going to stop you.
Vending machine peanuts. I got to be real with you.
Yep.
I was intrigued.
Not anymore.
Having a vending machine, they're decent.
Stop it.
They're decent.
Those have to be from 2017.
But they're good through October.
We'll be back in a minute on the Aaron Schachter Show.
Now, the First Alert forecast on ESPN 690.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms will continue into early this evening. A few strong storms and gusty winds with temperatures in the 70s and 80s. Clearing later tonight and then mostly sunny, cooler and less humid. Really nice Saturday. Highs tomorrow reach the low 80s. From the CBS 47 and Fox 30 Action News Jack's First Alert Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beard's Diamonds. Save thousands on hundreds of Mother's Day gift ideas. Now at Beard's Diamonds.
We're dealing at Best Bet St. Augustine, the only card room and sports bar in St. Augustine, Florida. With nonstop action, poker games of all limits, exciting tournaments and table games, and a sports bar showing all the action, Best Bet St. Augustine has you covered. Don't miss our delicious dining options, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and our always popular freshly made sushi. Best Bet St. Augustine is located at 800 Marketplace Drive off exit 311, where I-95 and State Road 207 meet. Learn more at bestbetjacks.com.
Save money while beautifying your home with Renewal by Andersen, specializing in energy-efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. Renewal by Andersen's exclusive Fibrix product is chic, tough, easy to maintain, pane and twice as strong as vinyl. Now through the month of May, buy 2 windows and or patio doors and get the third 60% off. Plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for 1 year. Some restrictions apply. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Go to rbafla.com for complete details. License number CGC 1527613.
Rich Jones here. If you're an investor who's interested in doing well while doing good, getting solid returns on your investments while making a positive impact, consider investment funds with DLP Capital. Here's Don Winter, CEO of DLP Real Estate Capital, to tell you more.
With the current housing shortage in the U.S., investing in real estate, especially workforce housing, is one of the safest and most reliable places to invest. We invest in affordable housing for hardworking people and generate amazing returns for each of our investors.
To get your investor's guide and find out more, dial ** invest from your cell phone or visit highyieldreturns.net.
Jacksonville is the largest city in the contiguous U.S. in square miles. So when you have to cover breaking news over an area bigger than L.A., Phoenix, or Dallas, you need an advantage. Action News Jax, with a fleet of news-gathering drones to take you to breaking news live as it happens. And with more investigative reporters on the ground. In every local county, you're informed no matter where you live. Action News Jax. Local coverage you can count on.
Jacksonville Cougars. It's me, Soccer Sam, from Salvatore's Pizza. Rochester, New York's favorite pizzeria is now open in Jacksonville, Florida. Tapestry Park at the Loft Hotel Plaza. $10 daily deals, dine-in beer and wine, and delivery. Salvatores.com.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's contestant, an avocado consultant from Jacksonville, Florida, meet Dave Ortega. Okay, Dave, here's your question. Your house is not bad in the morning, but by the afternoon, your AC can barely keep up, even with the curtains closed. What do you do?
Oh, can I buy a valve?
Not that kind of show, Dave.
Can I spin the wheel?
Yeah, we don't even have a wheel, Dave.
Can I phone a friend? Oh, can I call Bueller?
That's right, Dave. Call Bueller Air and Plumbing to assess your home's airflow and sunlight patterns and let us optimize your air conditioning so that you are cool.
This is the happiest day of my life.
Well, you gotta get out more, Dave.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
I'm Josh Scobie, proud supporter of Guardian Catholic School. Did you know that literacy is the most important predictor of lifelong success? Our teachers and parents can't do it alone, so we're inviting you to help kids get a kick out of reading. Please give today. Visit GuardianCatholic.com and click on Get a Kick Out of Reading.
Let's face it, nothing makes you look older than you really are than thinning hair. But what if you could not only increase your hair count, but promote new hair growth without surgery, without drugs with potential side effects, and without a prescription from your doctor? Well, now you can, thanks to a breakthrough new supplement called Hair Grow, provided by New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Europe. Hair Grow is now available in the U.S. Only Hair Grow contains Tocogaya, a powerful antioxidant that has received a U.S. patent. Multiple clinical studies show Hair Grow is safe and effective in promoting new hair growth. In one study, 95% of the patients using Hair Grow saw increased hair count. Don't lose more time and more hair. Try Hair Grow today to feel and look your best. Just go to newnordicusa.com or visit Walgreens or Amazon to purchase. Look younger and feel more confident with Hair Grow by New Nordic at newnordicusa.com.
At Lowe's, save big every day when you buy in bulk. Save 10% when you buy 20 or more select self-leveling underlayment. Plus, save an extra 5% every day on eligible purchases when you use your Lowe's Business Credit Card. Visit us for the materials you need. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. 5% offer subject to credit approval. Exclusions and terms apply. See store lowes.com/credit for details.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Hey guys, we're the Twin Peaks Girls. We just love guys that listen to the Young and Norvell Show. Weekdays, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on ESPN 690.
Welcome back to the Aaron Schachter Show. You know, this bet actually sounds like the issue we were having in White Orby yesterday a little bit. A lot of things happening. It's a very busy bet. That's okay. I like it. It's got that early OOs pop alt vibe to it.
Very Blink 182.
A little bit.
What's my age again? What's my age again?
Kinda, not really, but that's all right.
Oh, it absolutely does. So who then? Give me a band.
This is more like Taking Back Sunday than Blink 182.
Okay, never mind. When we start getting into almost sentences for bands, you win. When you win. Taking Back Sunday.
It's like a emo / rock band from the 10s, the late OOs in the 10s.
Newfound Glory. That's what that sounds like.
All right, it's a little pop punk there for you.
Yeah. I like Newfound Glory.
At some point, we got to talk Joan Jett because you got mad at me for gatekeeping Joan Jett.
Boy, you a gatekeeper of epic proportions, man, across the music spectrum.
We're not there yet, though. We'll get there next week. How about that?
Maybe.
Now, you'll be out on Monday, right?
I thought it was Tuesday. One of those days next week.
Pretty sure it's Monday. And because I've already scheduled your replacement. It is Monday. I've already scheduled your replacement for Monday.
Oh,
so
great.
I hope it's Monday.
Wonderful.
If not, I welcome you back to the show with open arms. That being said, let's open Doug back to the show with some open arms because we still have more to go through in this press conference. You know, one of the questions we hear a lot this offseason, specifically from TV's Burt Martineau, is who will be calling the plays? Brent has been like a dog on a bone when it comes to Pederson having to account for who will be calling the plays in 2024. He asked him at the owners' meetings. He asked him at the combine. And now other reporters are asking Doug and mentioning Brent's name when they ask. And to me, the funniest part is where Doug is at in answering this question. Doug does not sound like he wants to answer this question anymore. Normally, a Doug Pederson answer, Brian, takes about a minute and a half.
Okay.
We cut it down to the most important part. This is the entirety to the answer of the question. Doug was asked, where are you at in the decision-making process on play calling for 2024?
I don't play a game till September, so, got some time.
That's it. I think he's done with it. I think he's had enough. And, shout out to the media. That's the gig. You find the question that the coach has had enough of, you got to go back and scratch that itch. You got to keep knocking on the door.
Yeah, man.
I kind of like it.
Oh, okay. So you're on the side of the media right here.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to get to the bottom of the truth.
Yeah, until he answers the question.
Well, he answered your question. You didn't like the answer.
That's because it's not the real answer. The real answer.
Sounds like a real answer.
The real answer.
You think he knows right now?
Yes, and I think Trevor told us. The real answer is I think Press will be calling plays in 2024.
So he's protecting Press.
Doug knows if he says that, it starts the whole wheel turning once again. But now it's the offseason. So you don't have a game this Sunday to distract people. You don't have player developments, injury reports, none of that to distract people from the story. Now, if Doug says it today, you've got 3 months of Press Taylor's going to be calling plays, storylines.
See, but we differ in that particular perspective because you're going to have that anyway. What happens to, here it is, right here. Talk yourself to death, and then you look up in the middle of June. You still talking about it? You still talking about Press Taylor being the guy who's the offensive coordinator calling plays? Have at it. There's only so many ways that you can either support it or not support it, whether you're a fan or whether you're, you have your own show, whatever platform you're using. So I would just say, hey, man, tell them. What they going to do? They can't fire you.
They can get you fired.
No.
Media and fans can get you fired. It happens all the time.
Oh, they can't get you fired.
Happens all the time.
I'm sorry. Shad Khan is a fan, so I guess technically a fan can't get you fired, but he's the owner.
If the noise around the team gets loud enough, the coaches get the boot. That's how it works. Now, maybe Shad takes longer to get it done than other organizations take, but that's how it is. Look, these owners don't want to keep changing coaches every 3 years. They don't want to mess with the consistency. But there's a balance there. You got to convince the fans to keep shelling out top dollar.
If I'm Dougie P, I'm like, yo, this is what it is. Follow up? Any more? Who else? You got another follow-up question?
I think that's my point. He's not doing it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no,
He's
get
not
your
doing
point.
it. And quite frankly, if the Jags come out of the gate and blow the doors off in game 1 and score 35, no one's going to care. No one's going to ask.
Yeah, they will.
They will only ask when the team doesn't score.
No, they won't. Aaron, I can't believe we're on the opposite sides of both of these points that you're making. They absolutely will care.
You're telling me that if Doug says on the eve of game 1, I've made the decision, it's Press Taylor, and then you get all the stories for 24 hours, and then the Jags go out with their biggest offensive output we've seen in a while.
People will care.
You're telling me that you're still going to see Press Taylor flack out there?
No. Care is not the same as flag.
I'm only talking about negative attention.
Oh, okay. Well, you got to say that.
I think Doug's tired of being bothered with the question.
Well, yeah.
And I think he's only getting bothered with the question because he knows the genesis of the question, which is people don't want Press Taylor calling the plays. Whether that's rightful or not. Whether we as a fan base understand, whether the media understands, whether it's correct or incorrect, the opinion by the fan base has been pretty unanimous anywhere they're allowed to say it, and that's they don't want Press calling the plays. Now, does it matter? No, it matters who Doug wants to call the plays. It matters who Trev wants to call the plays. It matters if Press wants to call the plays. Fine. But I'm saying the longer runway you give with nothing going on, the more air it can fill. And if things end up working out well, like they did for 8-3, even though the offense wasn't clicking, imagine if it was the offense clicking and we were 8-3. It's not getting talked about. It was kind of getting talked about last year because the offense didn't look right, but I think a lot of people blame that on the new addition of Calvin Ridley. We were trying to, quote, figure things out. If only we knew how long it would take to figure those things out.
So ultimately, even though you like what the media is doing or the question being pursued, every time or basically every time the media talks to Doug Pederson, you are on Doug's side with the way that he's handling it right now. That's how you would handle it if you were the coach.
If you're asking me for my clarified opinion, I don't mind Press calling the plays. It's fine. Clearly, it's what Doug wants. It's what he wanted in Philly. It's what he wants here. He wants Press calling the plays.
But this is how you would handle it. That's what I mean.
That's his choice. But if as a person watching these press conferences, when I hear Doug give the answer to this question, and I've now heard it 4 times in the last couple of months, in my head, I'm like, he's being evasive. He's being evasive. He's not answering the question in the spirit of which it was asked. He's being hyper literal and, quite frankly, intellectually disingenuous, if I can use a lot of syllables.
Wow. Huh?
Intellectually disingenuous. How many do we got there? 7?
It's about 10.
10 syllables?
Intellectually disingenuous. 11.
You sure about that?
11. I wasn't.
Twice.
11. And I counted on my fingers.
Because here's what Doug's doing. Doug is answering the literal question. I'm not at that point in the decision-making process. But he's not answering what the spirit of the question is.
Yes, he is.
Which is, do you prefer to have Press calling the plays?
Ask that question then.
That's a good point.
The spirit, no, that's not my job to answer a question in the spirit that you meant it. You getting paid every 2 weeks or once a month or however you get paid, to ask questions. Ask me the literal question because I'm going to give you a literal answer.
That's not a bad point, Brian. Maybe you should get down there. Are you busy during the middle of the day?
Well, define busy. I'm somewhere in the middle of the day. Let me stop. Oh, boy.
Yeah, you get yourself in trouble. Speaking of getting yourself in trouble with the boss, so the boss is wearing his eye patch today. I guess he's got some eye issues. It's so wild to me when people wear eye patches, Brian, because you want to talk about a piece of fashion, an accessory that hasn't changed since 1592. You can't do something cooler with an eye patch in 2024? You got to make people look like a pirate?
I don't know how you transitioned there. That's all.
You reminded me.
That's why. No, I didn't know. No, I'm not.
It's jarring. It is. When someone's wearing an eye patch, you go, whoa.
Oh, boy.
What's happening here?
Oh, boy. Is that what you do?
I do. I get very curious.
Said?
Well, I asked him if he's all right or something, but obviously I know what happened to him. You would think maybe they put like cool tech on it or something. Maybe some LED lights. I mean, we got some in the studio. Imagine some around the eye patch. That'd be cool.
That'd be a different design for sure.
That'd be cool.
I just want to make sure I understand. Sorry. I just don't know how you got there. But you're there now. All right, so
don't ask me how I got it. I don't remember.
Okay. All right. Speaking of getting in trouble with the boss.
Somehow Press Taylor. Yeah, because you were trying to get in trouble with the boss. That's how we got there. Nothing on the eye patch, huh?
I mean, you've said it all.
Okay.
It could be a bit jarring if you don't know, if you just see it out of the blue one day. You want to make sure that whoever's wearing it, like, it's just either a fashion statement or doctor recommended.
If he does leave it on his desk, I might take some liberties decorating it.
You ain't got it in you. This ain't 2010, Aaron. You ain't got the gumption to do that. You know what I'm saying?
I might put some bedazzled jewelry on it.
Okay, I believe it when I see it.
Maybe like a sparkly J.
I'm cynical. The Jaguars has made me cynical. I don't believe nothing nobody tells me. I got to see it to believe it.
Put a little Jaguar pin on there, too. Well, you don't want to put a pin on the eye patch. This is how the whole problem started in the first place. You don't want to hurt anybody. It's not his fault. This is what eye patches are available.
Doug Pederson say anything else?
About eye patches? I doubt it.
Oh, boy.
Press Taylor wasn't the only coach that was talked about at the press conference. There were a few questions about Ryan Nielsen. A lot of people are curious of what's coming. I think there is a fair amount of intrigue and allure when it comes to the new defensive coordinator, Ryan Nielsen. Not just in the play calling scheme, but the personality as well. You're already seeing some stories leak out. It's a different culture over there.
Yeah.
Like night and day. And that's not to say one is bad and one is good. I'm just saying they're vastly different. I'm sure there are players in that locker room that preferred the previous coach. And I'm sure there are players in that locker room right now who are loving the new coach. Doesn't necessarily mean they can't feel the same way opposite. People who love Caldwell can't love Nielsen. I'm not saying that's a thing. I'm just saying I'm sure it exists. They're vastly different guys. But I think the curiosity around Nielsen is how some people fit into their roles in this defense. And sure, I would love to hear bigger names asked about. But what we got today, and I do think it's worth listening to, is a guy like Eddie Lacy, Yasir Abdullah. How do these guys fit in to Ryan Nielsen's new scheme? We'll find out about that when we come back from break here on ESPN 690. You want to hop in? 904-362-9901. Talking Jacksonville Jaguars as they head into minicamp. Back in a couple of minutes.
Hi, everyone. Terry Norvell here, along with Patrick Young from The Young and Norvell Show.
Our show is going great, and we are looking to grow the show with some new advertising partners.
If you're a business owner looking to market your product or service to a male, high-income, and college-educated audience, we are the show for you.
Just reach out for more information with a call or a text to 904-305-7526.
That's right. I'll get in touch with you, and we'll put together a budget-friendly marketing plan on our show exclusively for your business. Call or text me, Terry Norvell. That number again, 904-305-7526, and let's get you on our team.
Spring has sprung, and tax return season is here. Now's the time to beautify your home by replacing your old windows with new energy-efficient, easy-to-clean windows from American Window Products. Keep the summer heat out with special glass packages, including low E3 and argon gas. American Window Products only uses the highest quality products and professionally trained employees to install. Call now to find out why they were voted the #1 window company in Jacksonville. 731-2247 for a free estimate, or visit AmericanWindowProducts.com.
The future of medicine is here at QC Kinetics. QC is the nation's leader in the most exciting revolution in pain management we've seen in decades. Regenerative medicine. Hey, everybody, it's Brent Martineau. If you're tired of achy joints, if your joint pain is keeping you from doing what you love, you need to call QC Kinetics now. Surgery, steroids, drugs, these are no longer your best options, and that's a good thing. Regenerative medicine at QC Kinetics is transforming lives with innovative treatments that deliver lasting results. Check this out. We're talking natural biologics, using your body's own power to repair and restore damaged tissue. QC Kinetics is under the leadership of National Medical Director Dr. Mitchell Scheinkupp. Dr. Scheinkupp is a pioneer in his field with 20 years of clinical work, tons of research, teaching, publishing. He wants to get you relief with a needle. not a knife. All you have to do is get a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics 904-274-5522, 904-274-5522, and Mandarin and Ponte Vedra Beach 904-274-5522.
Men, suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE? Frustrated taking pills that don't work? Here's a message from Prime Men's Medical Center.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Prime Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough treatments with men lasting longer than ever without pain or surgery.
Call now. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results right in the office. Call Prime Men's Medical Center now. 904-664-8221. That's 904-664-8221.
Why Arlington Toyota? Because summer starts here. That's right. It's the Summer Starts Here sales event, and Arlington has a huge selection of new vehicles in stock in one location. And every new Toyota purchase comes with Arlington's lifetime warranty, unlimited time and miles. Plus, you get 60 days to love your new purchase or exchange it, and Arlington's Credit Helper program to help you get financed. There's even complimentary car wash with every service and so much more. Shop arlingtontoyota.com today.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with everything I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of dry AMD called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, colors appear dull or washed out. For others, hazy or blurred vision make it hard to see details, like fine print on price tags. Many have trouble seeing in the dark, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you think you have GA, don't wait. Treatments are available. Ask a retina specialist about FDA-approved treatments for GA and go to GAWon'tWait.com.
We're dealing at Best Bet St. Augustine, the only card room and sports bar in St. Augustine, Florida. With nonstop action, poker games of all limits, exciting tournaments and table games, and a sports bar showing all the action, Best Bet St. Augustine has you covered. Don't miss our delicious dining options, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and our always popular freshly made sushi. Best Bet St. Augustine is located at 800 Marketplace Drive off exit 311, where I-95 and State Road 207 meet. Learn more at bestbetjacks.com.
Hey guys, we're the Twin Peaks Girls. Come have lunch with us every Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and listen to the Young and Norvell Show on ESPN 690.
Right back into the fire on the Aaron Schachter Show. 904-362-9901. Aaron Schachter, Brian Middleton with you guys up until 5. Can't hear you, bud.
You a NASCAR pit crew, man? Getting back
into
it. Yo.
We are high octane today, man. High octane.
Man.
We got some cuts to get through before the end of the hour. I definitely want to play these because I was interested in them when I heard them, and I imagine that the fans would be interested in these responses too. But I did talk about the Eddie Lacy, Yasir Abdullah question. So once again, let me preface it with the question was, how do a guy like Eddie Lacy and Yasir Abdullah fit in to Ryan Nielsen's new scheme? You might remember Lacy plays tackle. You got a defensive tackle. You got Yasir Abdullah, who's a linebacker. But what will Abdullah be tasked with? Obviously, linebacker responsibilities last year versus this year is going to look a little bit different.
Lacy, obviously he's a D tackle. He's the type of guy that can give you some minutes. That new 3 technique. I should say new, but the Roy Robertson position and working inside right there. A guy like Yasir is more of your second long or third down pass rush guy. In the new scheme, it's a Sam linebacker.
And this will be new for Yasir Abdullah, by the way. We did not see that from him last year.
In that position. So if you're in a 3-4, he's an outside backer. If you're in a 4-3, he could be off the ball, but chances are he's going to be more in some pass rush situations.
All right, a little more pass rush. We heard Devin Lloyd might be in a little more pass rush situation. You got Trayvon moving inside, outside. Josh going left to right. It's going to be a lot of movement on that line. A lot of stuff happening. And so I love this question, too. I believe this is a Fournette question. Shout out to Gene Fournette. Which positions will have the biggest challenge with Ryan Nielsen's new scheme? Because I think the belief up to this point had been positions in the secondary like corner and safety.
All of them. I mean, it's just a different scheme. you know, you're
I saw you shake your head. You thinking circle talk? What do you got?
Nah, man, but like, you know, okay, come on, man.
He's gonna expand.
Oh, here we go.
Switching gears a little bit from that 3-4 mode to kind of 4-down mode, and even though you spend so much time in 4-down defense a lot anyway, and I think some of the techniques are going to be a little different. Obviously, there's learning with the verbiage and terminology, linebacker, the fits, and just the way what I've seen so far, the way the coaches have coached them, and some of the drill work that they're doing on the field. Secondary, if you go back and watch, what Ryan's done in his past, it's a lot of shell defense to start, even though we'll play some single high stuff. It's, the corners are going to be in more, press alignment, but not necessarily press technique or press coverage, but press alignment. Still play man, mix those. So it's all different. And so
it does sound very varied. It sounds varied, and it sounds like a little bit of tomfoolery, a little bit of trickery going on.
It's a lot. Potentially.
I think it'll be interesting to see how that develops on the field, because you're talking about new young people on the team, and you're talking about a new head coach with what it seems like could be a somewhat complicated defensive plan or scheme. Last cut I want to play. 2 points of the offseason emphasis, Brian. You heard it from Trent. You heard it from Doug. You heard it from anybody in the front office who wanted to talk about it. I even think Schad said something like this. The team wanted to get more physical, and they wanted to get faster. So the question was asked to Doug, out of all these offseason moves you made, the free agents, the trades, the draft, which of those did you think you got done?
I think, number one, we've gotten a bigger, right? Just physically bigger, right? With some of the draft picks and undrafted.
He ain't lying. Some of those dudes are giant. 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", 300 and change. I mean, big people.
Drafted guys, and even some of our players coming back, we've gotten bigger. I think speed, we've gotten a tick faster,
That's no lie either. Brian Thomas Jr., very fast. A couple of the Jerry Jones is a fast dude as well. I mean, they got some speed in the draft.
We've gotten a tick faster. Obviously, we know Brian's speed as a wide receiver, and some of the DBs now, I mean, we've gotten faster. And then when we put the pads on in July and August, we'll see where we are physically.
There's another position group, Brian, where they're not really sure what they got yet. They got to see it all on the field. And I think we heard a little bit of this from Mike DiRocco yesterday when he joined the show. Shout out to DiRocco for joining us. But in that secondary, we kind of don't know what we've got because we don't know where guys are going to play. We don't really know where Darby and Savage are going to line up, if they're going to start. We don't know who's opposite Tyson Campbell for sure yet. Yeah. We don't know who's going to be in the nickel corner.
You're right.
We're going to find out. Hopefully the boys can bring it. Previously I had said I thought this might be a top 10 defense based on the moves they made. Now I'm a little bit worried. Now I'm thinking it may take a few games for everyone to settle in. May take a half a season.
Just that fast, huh? A couple of clips from Doug, and now you're worried again. Come on, man.
It does serve as a reminder. Anytime you change coaching staffs, especially when you're changing scheme, it takes a little bit.
Does it? Because Houston last year changed the whole head coach
and the roster.
Quarterback.
You're not wrong.
They came together.
It did come together. Luckily, C.J. Stroud had a Hall of Fame forever amazing season.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen every year. Well, you heard it here first. Trevor Lawrence, Brian just put it on your shoulders. You got to do something about it. Help us out. We'll take a break for the Sports Center. We'll come back with the 4 o'clock hour. Survey says and more on the way with the Aaron Schachter Show.
Meet Mike Lester.
Talent is not going to be the right choice for every single person out there, right? Because everybody is different. We do well when our clients do well. We're literally sitting on the same side of the table with them. We're in this together.
Yeah.
When you do well, I'll do well. Once we have that understanding, then we can come up with a plan that's designed to help you be successful in retirement.
Find out more at guardingyournestegg.com.
Advisory services through Talon Private Wealth and SEC Registered Investment Advisor. Florida License D056341.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's contestant, an avocado consultant from Jacksonville, Florida, meet Dave Ortega. Okay, Dave, here's your question. Your house is not bad in the morning, but by the afternoon, your AC can barely keep up, even with the curtains closed. What do you do?
Oh, can I buy a valve?
Not that kind of show, Dave.
Can I spin the wheel?
Yeah, we don't even have a wheel, Dave.
Can I phone a friend? Oh, can I call Bueller?
That's right, Dave. Call Bueller Air and Plumbing to assess your home's airflow and sunlight patterns and let us optimize your air conditioning so that you are cool.
This is the happiest day of my life.
Well, you gotta get out more, Dave.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Men, suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE? Frustrated taking pills that don't work? Here's a message from Prime Men's Medical Center.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Prime Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough treatments with men lasting longer than ever without pain or surgery.
Call now. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results right in the office. Call Prime Men's Medical Center now. 904-664-8221. That's 904-664-8221.
Hi, this is Chelsea from Renewal by Anderson. Now's the time to get your custom windows and doors. Through the month of May, buy 2 windows and our patio doors and get the third 60% off. Plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for 1 year. Some restrictions apply. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Go to rbafla.com to book your design consultation today. License number CGC 1527613.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
A Gain Scent Bead story. Jim was at the laundromat when he heard his ear said, "Maraca, senor," but his nose said, "Hey, freshest scent ever." Following his nose, Jim found a man pouring a bottle of Gain Scent Beads into the washer. The scent, the freshness. Jim blurted, "Sir, your scent Maraca smell amazing." Actually, Jim, most noses call them Gain Scent Beads. Try Gain Scent Beads. Way fresher than detergent alone.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beards Diamonds. Save thousands on hundreds of Mother's Day gift ideas. Now at Beards Diamonds. Live from the Anajar and Levine Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
WOKV Jacksonville. Listen live everywhere you go on ESPN690.com. ESPN 690. Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Doug Brown. Rick Carlisle will pay $35,000 for his monologue about the officiating so far in the Knicks-Pacers series. Game 3 tonight in Indianapolis. No OG Anunoby for the Knicks. Jalen Brunson questionable with a sore right foot. But the Knicks have a 2-0 series lead, and ESPN's Kendrick Perkins gives them credit.
Don't come give me all this about, oh, they're only playing 6 guys, and these guys are playing heavy minutes, and Tom Thibodeau, he's not doing this right when it comes down to his substitution. Well, you know what he's doing? You know what he is doing right? Yeah. He's getting the best out of his players.
Kendrick Perkins on NBA Today. Game 3, Pacers and Knicks, coverage at 6:30 Eastern on ESPN Radio and TV. The TV side will also have Game 3 for the Nuggets and Timberwolves in Minneapolis. The reigning champs trail 2-0. A 45-year-old suspect in Kansas pleads guilty to cutting down and stealing a Jackie Robinson statue from a Wichita Youth Baseball League. Ricky Alderete will be sentenced in July.
As humans, we like having options. One option you might like is speaking with a real person when you call about your credit card. With 24/7 live, U.S.-based customer service from Discover, everyone can talk to a real person anytime, day or night. Limitations apply. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
investigative journalism. It's the difference between the Action News Jack style of news and everyone else's.
I'm Ben Becker. This scam is targeting residents on the South Side.
We investigate so you're crystal clear how a story impacts you.
I'm Emily Turner. Look at the fine print because you're still getting billed.
Because our reporters don't just tell you what happened. We break down how it affects you and your neighborhood, which is why people are putting their trust in us. Action News Jacks at 5 and 6. It's local coverage you can count on.
Who is this guy? Aaron Shafting? What is it? Oh, Schachter? Schachter. Okay. Shack Attack. Schachter. He gets shacked. But I digress. Here we go.
Ready? Yeah. Turn off your radio.
The Aaron Schachter Show on ESPN 690.
Welcome back. It's the Aaron Schachter Show with the guys up until 5, and then it's Friday into the weekend. How's it go? I'm Aaron Schachter, Brian Middleton with me. I'm told we have royalty on the phones. Brian, look, man, before you... Okay. Just know, I don't know how much of this I can take today. I don't know, Gary. You are on a short leash, my friend. What do you got?
You'll take as much as I give you. You understand me?
Hey, yo.
Brian certainly like that.
Yeah, nah, I'm good. I'm out.
Oh, they're so much bigger. They're so much faster. The bottom line is, and you know it, tell the people the truth, Aaron. It doesn't matter unless Butterfingers Lawrence takes a big step forward. He was awful. He regressed last year. He was awful. You know as well as I do, it's a quarterback-driven league. Don't lie to the people of Jacksonville. Unless Trevor Lawrence is able to pick up his game, it doesn't matter what other improvements they made.
I don't necessarily disagree with that. Like if Trevor...
What do you mean you don't necessarily disagree? Of course you don't disagree. South Beach said it.
All right, I'm done with Gary. It's over. It's over. You don't got to put the fader down. He's gone. Listen, it's a conversation, Gary. You say your stuff. I say my stuff. You say your stuff. It doesn't go, you say your stuff. I start to say my stuff, and then you jump all over me, soaking me like I'm in the front of a Gallagher show.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
I had to wear a poncho and an umbrella.
Soaking.
You didn't hear all that? And you were agreeing with it. There's a microphone right there.
I'm on it, Brian Middleton. And you were agreeing with him.
That voice from yonder in the clouds, that is the news queen, Michelle Thibodeau. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Sit here and talk to Gary when we got a whole Michelle Thibodeau over here.
That's right.
Nonsense. I was trying to agree with the guy.
Right.
And he's like, stop it, Gary, for 2 seconds. Just hold on.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. What was he like?
Hold tight. He was like,
okay, I just wanted to make sure I heard it the first time.
We get it. Okay. You just made the point. You don't got to then make the point about the point. Like I could jump in there with you, bud. We can have fun together. It's Friday. I just want to be friends with everybody. No hard feelings. No hard feelings. Gary, if you want to call back 74 times within the hour, you go ahead and do so, man. Brian likes that.
No, that's Michelle instigating in the background with that laughing.
No, I'm just saying, Brian, you do enjoy when Gary calls you back all the time. It's all right. You don't have to say no. It's fine. Hey, we did just get some other breaking news. As long as I'm throwing Gary off the phone, we did just get some sad news. In a story we brought you the other day, we now have an update on former Jacksonville Jaguar wide receiver and one of my favorite players of all time, Zay Jones. What's up to Zay? First, we heard he was talking to the Titans. Thank goodness. He came to his, what is it called? When you come to your what?
Senses?
He came to his senses, guys. Oh. Thank you. Totally lost that one. But he did. He came to his senses. He's like, Nashville? No thanks. Seen enough dirty main streets. I don't need to live here. That's fine. So then he went out to Dallas. And it happened on the same day they cut Martavis Bryant. I think a lot of people thought Zay was going to be a Cowboy. Not so much. He's like, you know who needs me. You know where I can have a real impact. The Arizona Cardinals. Listen, Zay's got brains on this one. He's got a quarterback who can throw the ball. A lot of people don't love Kyler Murray, but I think he's very talented. You got wide receiver 1 in Marvin Jones Jr. and Kyler, for lack of a better receiver, ended up having good connections with Trey McBride at tight end, but they really were in need of wide receiver 2 ever since losing Hollywood Brown. So Zay's going to go out there, and Zay's got a real shot to be that guy. That's a great news for Zay. So while it is so hard to say goodbye to yesterday when it comes to Zay Jones, I'm happy for him. I hope him and Arizona are happy together. I hope they have a wonderful, fruitful life and have many little baby Cardinals just enjoying each other for the rest of his career. We'll see you next time, Zay. Hopefully before you retire. And that's it on Zay. I'm done. That's fine. You just want to hear the song.
No, I didn't know.
I mean, it's a beautiful song.
Okay.
You can just leave it up forever if you want. It doesn't bother me. I'm the one who requested it. Oh, what do you got? You got a phone call? I wonder who it is. I wonder.
Yeah, okay. I'll find out.
Hey, 96. I'm sorry. This is ESPN 690. Who am I speaking to? Oh, I picked up the line and you messed me up.
Oh, hold on. Okay, so you're doing the new thing.
I'm trying.
Now. Okay, I think I'll probably, if I pick up at the same time, it probably jacks.
I think so. The problem, Brian, is
Let me know next time, Aaron Schachter.
you are less mean than I am when it comes to the phone.
Yeah. Or did you pick up and hang up?
I picked up.
I believe you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, if you wanted to call back 71 more times, you go ahead and do so. You just get the restraining order ready.
So, Michelle, Friday, Aaron, his energy level is so different from the rest of the week, I can't even explain to you. He is on 1. He is on 2 right now. I appreciate it, though.
Slammed a Red Bull right before the show. I'm looking for my 5-hour energy.
The one thing he hasn't done, which he's done the entirety of the other days of the week, is like roast you in the legitimacy of your winning streak in Survey Says. So I guess Friday Aaron is like good in that way.
Well, I don't necessarily want to roast Michelle because it's going to be Mother's Day this weekend.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So I would like to treat her at least with a modicum of respect today so that I don't have to do that again next Friday.
Just don't treat me like they treated Kim Kardashian at Tom Brady's roast.
Oh, so I see a little topical joke from Michelle Thibodeau. Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
You know, Netflix has taken the booze out of that.
Exactly. They did. They edited it out.
On the Aaron Schachter Show, we would turn them up a little bit.
Aaron, I just want to make sure you said that you want to treat Michelle with respect.
That's
You've been
what I
treating
said,
her with
yeah.
respect?
Well, not
in regards to Survey Says?
Not thus far.
Hold on for a second, man. I think I got something right here. Let me see if I...
Okay.
Is this it? You remember Dead or Alive from yesterday?
I do remember Dead or Alive.
Do you remember one of our back and forths where I
mean, it's more than 24 hours. I have forgotten it a long time ago.
Hopefully this is the right thing because I didn't mark anything down. I just put it in the hotkey.
And this is pretty stellar producing on your part, right?
But Michelle, I want you to take a listen to this and see whether or not this is respectful to you and your winning legacy, okay?
Let's see what I did.
Here we go. Here you go, Dead or Alive. Aaron Schachter's chances to win Survey Says on Friday. Let's find out your level of delusion.
It's always dead. Every time it's dead.
Oh,
the reality is the fix is in, and it has been
don't
in.
do that. Don't do that.
The fix is in,
you mad
and it has been in. You're always giving Queen of the News, Michelle Thibodeau, the easy questions. You're always giving me questions that you know entice me to be silly and not give you a right answer.
No,
it's
not
just
true.
nonsense. Just
That's
you
not
and
true.
her talking to each other. I'm here watching the whole thing happen like a spectator, like a creepy spectator looking through your living room window. Oh, very much dead.
Unbelievable.
Brian, Dead or Alive?
Yeah.
Why'd I have to make it so creepy with the spectator through the window thing?
I don't know, but I just, couple that with your disrespect, and I don't know what's going on, Aaron.
I don't think that was
to
disrespect.
It was hurtful.
I was pretty respectful about the accusations.
You basically accused me of cheating and Brian as our co-conspirator. I mean,
but I accused you guys respectfully.
Okay.
That wasn't name calling.
Okay, that's fine then.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. It is okay. All right.
You know, I would respect you a little bit more, Aaron, if maybe you made good on Capitol Grill one time.
Thank you.
Did I tell you I was taking you to Capitol Grill?
Well, after you cheated me out of it because of the Uber and the, New Heights podcasting, I'll never forget that. I know. So I don't feel bad now that I win every Survey Says.
Capitol Grill is getting a lot of love this week, too, because Josh Allen said he takes his lady over to Capitol Grill.
Oh, boy.
So just think about that, Michelle, as you're trying to work a free Capitol Grill dinner out of a couple of radio employees. It's like, look, I ain't no Jaguar. I got it like that.
Oh, boy.
But I think it is time, 10 minutes into the 4 o'clock hour.
I was just going to...
Ladies and gentlemen, Survey Says.
All right.
Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da.
Survey Says.
Hold on, Brian. I got a question. How do you play Survey Says?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. It's a battle of wills between a formidable foe and Aaron Schachter.
I called that. Nice. I see it coming. I'm on guard.
This is how survey says works. People on the stream, people on AM radio, people who are watching on YouTube or where are all the places they can watch?
Twitter, Facebook.
Yeah, all those places. Okay. I'm going to ask each one of these players a question based off the surveys me and my team have painstakingly done over months and years, actually.
Wow.
Okay? Questioning a multitude of people, okay? And then whoever I ask the question to has to give me the top answer for that question. Cool?
I love it.
It's one guess per question, 1 point per correct answer.
You heard that, Michelle?
Right, but you can steal if the other person gets it
Oh,
wrong.
of course she
It's like she's written the rules in order for me.
You notice how she's fixated on stealing, though, right?
That's how I get ahead.
We see.
Whoa, okay, here we go. Hey, and listen, if if a player gets their answer wrong, you're right, you do get a chance to steal. But finally, if you are creative enough, the judges have been known to award points even if it wasn't technically the top answer, if it's top answer adjacent. Okay? A couple of other things. Listen, because it is Mother's Day weekend, it will be mostly centered. What do you call it, Aaron?
Theme, a little themed.
Mother's themed. But we will sprinkle in a little bit of mini camp, rookie camp, since that's starting for the Jags as well today via the questions. And then finally, let's go back to the records. I actually have shorted both of you guys in your records, and I apologize for that. So to make it official,
correction.
here we go.
We've got a correction.
Michelle Thibodeau is 2 wins, no losses.
I think it's
2
3.
ties.
I think it's 3. I think I'm
Clearly, it's not. He counted.
Aaron Schachter is 0 wins.
What?
Has not found the win column. A culture of losing.
I have 3 wins.
I got 3 wins, too.
2 losses.
All right,
2 ties.
let's get this show on the road.
Okay. Oh, she's tired of it, Brian.
Yeah, she's ready to go. It's been a long week.
She's tired
It's
of
been
it.
a long week.
Don't make her keep waiting.
Michelle Thibodeau, you've won a whole bunch. So do you want to go first, or do you want to let Aaron try to win this?
No, I'm going first. Go ahead.
Oh, great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I should probably get my
no, the
up.
fix is not in. No, you're fine. Ta-da-ta-da-ta. I will literally be singing this song tonight while I'm walking around my house just because it'll be stuck in my head.
Okay. We surveyed 98% of the women married here in the United States of America.
It feels like more than 100 people.
And we asked them to finish this statement.
I always get nervous when you ask these kind of questions.
Me too. But go ahead.
With a blank like this, who needs enemies? Remember, we're Mother's Day themed, rookie camp themed, Mother's Day themed, mothers. Moms.
And who did you survey? 98% of who?
Of the women married here in the United States of America.
Married women, Michelle, in the United States of America, almost all of them, 98% of them, with blank like these. Who needs enemies?
Actually, technically, it's with a blank like this.
I apologize.
Who needs enemies?
With a blank like this.
I mean, the saying is a friend like this, but that doesn't have a Mother's Day or
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I like how you're working through it a little bit.
I mean, Brian.
Yeah. Yeah.
Think about your life.
This is now exposure right here. You have been exposed as you beg Brian for easier questions.
I'm not beg.
Think about your life. Think about, your interaction with people who might have been moms.
A mother-in-law.
Ooh.
Good answer.
Good answer.
Controversial.
Good answer.
But
Also sounds extremely honest.
That sounds kind of personal, dude.
You know what I mean?
No, I liked my mother-in-law. So
Doesn't
no,
sound
wasn't
like it,
me,
Michelle.
but I mean, just saying
Good
the
answer.
It sounds like the opposite is really what it sounds like.
not at all.
If
but
we're
I'm just,
reading between the lines, I'm not calling you a liar. I'm just saying it sounds like you're not even close to telling the truth right now. That's all I'm saying.
I had no
You
problem.
locking that in?
Yes, it's locked.
All right. With blank like this, who needs enemies? What's the top answer? It's mother-in-law.
Oh, nicely
mother-in-law.
done.
Look at you.
Nicely done.
1-0 Michelle, continuing the win streak.
I didn't
Maybe
see
so.
that coming. Yeah, that was shocking.
Be better.
Thank
be better.
you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Aaron Schachter, be better. All right, Aaron, here goes yours. Aaron, we surveyed a bunch of men with eyesight. and who may or may not know me, okay?
Okay.
Here was my question.
Yeah.
If Aaron Schachter's producer, whose love life has been well documented as non-existent, couldn't get his first choice to be his girl, what WNBA player would he like to call mommy instead as a consolation? Mother's Day, mommy.
Yeah,
you know
this
what I mean?
is
Come on now, WNBA.
I know the answer.
Okay.
But it's a weird conflation of
I did a lot.
metaphor there. Because, you're talking about someone you'd want to be romantically involved with. But you also...
The spelling.
You're also talking about
spelling is M-A-M-I.
Mother's Day.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit weird for me to help you out with this one, but it's definitely Cardosa.
I'm sorry?
Cardosa?
Okay.
Is
You
that-
liking that in?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Good answer. Good answer.
First
Good
name's
answer.
Camilla, get it right, Chicago Sky.
I almost called her Carmen, yeah. I knew it was a C name.
Okay. Cardoso.
There it
Look at
is.
you, Aaron.
There it is. Yeah, I know.
1-all.
I know my guy.
1-all.
I know my guy.
Michelle Thibodeau.
Definitely a did I learn what did I learn later is Brian, if he can't get Camila Cardoso, wants to date his mom.
Okay.
That's
Let's see. Michelle Thibodeau. We surveyed 100 mothers
Okay.
directly after childbirth. It was crazy. It was hard to do, okay, because,
They're busy.
busy.
it can be awkward.
How about
Tired.
violent?
It's awkward, okay? And we asked them this question. What was the prevailing thought you had whenever somebody told you to remember your breathing while your baby was trying to come out to the world?
I mean, that would assume that they didn't have a C-section, because when you have a C-section, you don't have to do the breathing
you don't
stuff.
gotta get
So
technical.
I'm
Jeez.
just saying because I was trying to reference myself, and that didn't happen. So, so your prevailing thought would be
somebody's in your face. You
shut
got
up and go away. I mean, I'm like that on a regular basis. I don't have to be having a baby, but
Shut up and go away. Okay.
Yep.
I got you. Let's see. What's the top answer?
Ooh.
Shut up and go away.
Impressive.
Close enough. Close enough.
Impressive.
I'll have to play you what I actually had in the break. All right. Let's see. Aaron Schachter, you're down 2-1.
If you can't say what you actually had, then maybe it wasn't the question to ask.
Oh, well, I mean, I could have said what I really would have said, but I can't say it on the radio.
Fair enough.
You could shut the up.
There you go. Exactly. Yep. Yeah,
okay.
That would have been it. But can't say that.
Aaron Schachter. Oh boy, I'm coming back to the well. Aaron, we surveyed a bunch of men with eyesight. Oh boy, if you're a producer whose love life has been well documented as non-existent.
I'm sorry, is this a repeat? Is this on playback?
Couldn't get his first choice to be his girl.
Yep.
And couldn't get Camila Cardoso.
Okay.
To be his nighttime
You're really
mommy.
having a rough time. Okay.
What defensive line-ish size NFL side check that knows Tyreek Hill would he consider hollering at?
I can't. Okay.
Oh, nah, man.
Hands
I
up.
caught you this time.
Hands up. I don't know her name, but I know what she does. She's an Instagram influencer. She went to Tyreek Hill's house.
I need a name.
She wanted Tyreek Hill to teach her son how to do a drill, and he ended up doing a drill with her. He broke her leg. She's
You're telling
suing him.
everything else but the name, Aaron. I know you know.
Did she burn his house down, or was
No.
that like left eye of the Andre Rison thing? Wait, okay, I can't keep them straight.
Yo,
Not the right person.
It went. Aaron Schachter. 5, 4.
Let's go with Medea.
You know what, man? You know what? I'm not even going. Okay.
Good answer.
Terrible
Good
answer.
It was a
Terrible
terrible
answer.
answer. You definitely need
Terrible
another sound
answer.
effect. Yeah.
NFL side check that I would consider.
I don't know
hollering
the
at.
lady's name. I forgot. Yeah. I
I'm
heard
winning.
Yeah, Michelle, chances still, I don't know how you would know this unless you were actually listening.
Nope.
Okay.
Which is why I got the question, by the way.
Didn't, because you didn't have her name,
Because
and I'm
you
not.
wouldn't know it, and I wouldn't know it, and so for you to win, I have to get the question.
Yeah, but you're a sports guy. You're
Whoa.
supposed to keep track of
This
this
is not a
stuff.
sports lady.
Well, she is
suing a sports person.
And doing a sports person.
Nope.
So it's like, well,
Not
she
accurate.
did. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. Michelle.
He said side
yes.
chick.
Yeah, Michelle, she absolutely did. That's one. And two,
okay.
We had like 3 A-block conversations about this, so he should know. Don't let him play you like you both are in the same boat.
Right.
That's
and
why
I'm
I
sure
gave you
it's
the
on
question,
some of the,
Aaron.
Right. And I'm sure it's on some of the sports websites somewhere
That's why he
under
was
like,
typing it in.
human interest. Right. So
Sophie Hall.
Oh, he wasn't. Medea is the Tyler Perry.
Oh, is it? I had no idea.
Medea's
Oh,
family
thank you.
reunion.
I had
get
no
an extra
idea.
point
Yeah.
for knowing who Medea is.
I had no idea. Here's the funny part, Brian, is that if you got that question before you looked it up today, I don't think you would be able to answer it.
I absolutely would. It's ingrained in my memory now.
Well, I'm sure the Instagram handle is ingrained in your memory.
Okay.
I don't know that her name is.
Up 2-1, trying to take a commanding lead, Michelle Thibodeau. We surveyed 100 women. We asked them to finish this statement. When I'm dating someone, especially in the beginning, what's the one thing that they can't be a rookie at?
Oh, no. What is the one thing
that they can't be a rookie at?
That someone you are dating, especially in the beginning.
Especially in the beginning, Aaron.
Can't be a rookie at.
Paying.
Oh, what?
I'm sorry, paying.
Like paying the bill. Wait a minute, I don't want to lock that in.
Oh.
Like he has to be able to like pay the bill. You know what I'm saying? If he's
No.
dating me, like
No.
can't be.
No. You have this question backwards.
No.
It's about someone dating you or someone dating her.
Yeah, someone dating her.
Oh, I have the question backwards. I apologize.
So if somebody's dating me, they can't be a rookie at blank.
Because the rookie's coming to the camp. That's how that.
I
rookie minicamp.
understand the relationship of the theme that you're trying to do here, but like, at making plans, at setting up a date, at organizing.
Now. You've given me 3
Well,
things.
that's what I mean. That's
you said paying. You said organizing dates.
Well, he can't be a rookie at making the plans. He has to like plan the date. I don't want a guy to ask me out and go like, so what do you want to do? Like he needs to be like, hey, we're doing this, and that. Okay, cool. So he has
I kind of hate this.
He's got to be a planner.
I kind of hate it. And maybe this is because I don't like to go on dates myself.
I don't go on dates either, but I mean,
like,
thinking of what I would want.
Why would the responsibility be on my shoulders if it's what you want?
Because if you're going to ask me out, you need to have a plan.
Boy?
But
what you got to say, Aaron?
All I got to say is, are you interested in going out too? Because if you are, then why don't you contribute to the plan? Sitting here serving
if
you.
You're asking me out if a guy is asking me out on a date, he needs to have a plan. Do you want to go out Saturday night? Okay. And he needs to plan the date.
Okay, then let me ask you this. Follow up. What happens?
Good answer.
All right, time out. All right.
Thank you, Brian.
What happens if I ask you out on a date, right? And you're like, all right, fine. And then for whatever reason, I got a dentist appointment or something like that. It ends up not happening. Is it my expectation that you're now going to come back and figure it out, or I got to do it again?
You have a dentist appointment on the night of our date. I don't understand what you're saying.
My cousin needs a babysitter or something. I don't know.
And so you can't go?
Yeah.
Okay, well then you need to give me a heads up and cancel. But I'm not gonna. I mean, okay, well then you cancel. But I'm still not gonna plan the date. If you ask me out, you need to have a plan.
Even if you cancel on me?
It doesn't matter who cancels. You got to have the plan.
I think it does matter.
No,
I do think it does matter. If I were to ask you on a date,
yes,
and I cancel on you, I get having to figure it out the next time around because I was the one who started the convo. I was the one who ended the convo. But if I ask you out and then you've got something to do, if you want to actually go out, it's hard for me to convince myself to come back and be like, oh, now I got to figure out date number 2, date number 1 never happened.
Well, then why don't you just use the plan from date number 1 instead of picking out a whole new plan for date number 2?
Good answer.
It's actually not a bad answer.
I'm not going to just cancel because I decide I have something to do. If I like you enough to say I'm going to go on a date with you, then I'm not going to cancel unless there's an emergency or something comes up.
But sometimes people cancel for non-emergencies.
Well, I mean, if I make a commitment, I'm usually going to keep it.
Okay.
Unless there's something going on and I can't go. If something happens, I can't go.
All right. I think that's fair.
Just to let you guys know, we started off this block with Zay Jones and Gary. And now this is impressive back and forth. You guys are gold. You're locking in. I forgot. I'm sorry, Michelle.
Oh my gosh.
Making plans, right? Making plans.
Yeah,
She wants someone to serve her. She needs a planner.
No, I don't need to be served. I just need you to make the plan for the date, because if you're asking me out, I expect at least for the first and second date that you're going to pay. And I'm not going to say, okay, well, I made reservations at Capitol Grill when you have a, McDonald's budget. So you need to plan the date and budget it. You need to
she said
to what you can afford, to what you can do. I mean, I'm old school. Like, if a guy asks me out, I expect him to pay at least, the first or second date.
Okay, what happens date 3? Are you going Dutch or are you paying?
No,
are you dipping into that bank account?
If he asked me out for a date, like, I might maybe I'll pay for drinks or something. I don't know. I haven't dated in 20 years, for God's sakes. But that's what I would do. Like, that's the way I would think of. But the first couple times, I'm old school. I would expect a guy to pay.
Okay. I don't know why you're yelling at everybody. Yeah. You just sitting here.
I'm tired too, to be real with you. I'm tired too.
Sitting here yelling at everybody.
Let's see. By the way, making plans.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
We're playing a game.
Y'all just don't like that answer.
No,
and it's true, and every woman out there knows it's true. Trust me.
I'm not a fan of that answer.
I did the
Of course
surveys.
you're not. Okay.
Aaron, a chance to steal.
Look, I'm making plans this weekend for Mother's Day. It's not like I'm above it. I'm just saying I don't love it. I feel like it falls on my shoulders all the time. It's like I'm not the only one in the relationship.
But you're right, and you're in a relationship and you're married, so that's different. But if it's a husband and wife, I mean, if it was my husband and I'd be like...
because you say it's different, but in marriages it never works differently. It's always still the husband who's got to figure out the date night.
Please, when I was married, I made all the plans.
Is that more of a control? Well, it might be more of a control issue, Brian. We got to dig deeper on that one. I don't know.
Good, a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, there you go.
Would you like to steal, or this is better than the game actually right now.
Go ahead and try it.
Ask me the question because I forget what the question was.
Oh my God!
Because it was 7
what
minutes ago.
What can't they be a rookie in?
Yeah,
right.
If they're dating 100 women.
So, well, are they dating? Wait, is this still Michelle's question? Like, if someone's dating Michelle, they can't be a rookie in subserviency. They can't be a rookie in just laying down and showing their belly, allowing just doing everything in the relationship.
All right. Subserviency.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the answer?
Top answer. Spending that cash money.
I said that first.
And then you said, I don't want to lock it in.
did.
And I was like, yo, no, stop right there. And you're like, no.
You did. You screwed it up.
No.
You really screwed it up.
You're still winning, though. Aaron, I'm tired, my boy.
It's exhausting watching her steal this game. Watching you guys cheat. It is. It's exhausting.
I have, let's see, where we're at. Here we go.
Paying.
This should be a good one right here. We surveyed 100 people. Give me a name of a song about mom.
For who? Me or Michelle?
Aaron Schachter.
Oh, give you a name for a song about mom.
Yeah.
Man.
What do you think most people out of that 100 said?
I'm drawing a blank. A name.
I can think of songs that have mom in it, but not about a mom.
Mm-hmm.
A name. How about
Does it have to have mom in the title, or be about mom, or just mention mom in the song?
Good question. Good question.
Luckily, there's no follow-ups in this.
What? Oh, is that Gary? Go ahead. Why don't you go?
No, you got it. You got it. You want to pick it up all the time.
Go ahead, Aaron.
All right. The song about mom would be Dido, Thank You. You don't like that answer. I heard you take a deep breath.
Michelle thinks it's a good answer. Good answer, man. Good answer.
It sounded like you're taking a deep breath.
Michelle Thibodeau.
I don't know.
Anything. Say anything.
I mean, okay. There's a Styx song called Renegade, and it starts with "Oh
Renegade
Mama."
is for your mom?
Well, I mean, it starts with "Oh Mama," like "Oh Mama," that.
Do you know the other words that follow it?
Yeah, keep singing it for a second.
I do. I know the whole song, but I'm not gonna sing it. I mean,
Styx, you say? Let me consult with the judges real quick.
Here's the song that she's dedicating to. Oh, Mama, I'm in fear for my life from the long arm of the law.
That's right. It's Styx, Renegade. I mean, and there's a Queen song that mentions Mama too, like Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, he says, Mama, I just killed a man. Put a gun against his head, pull the trigger, now he's dead.
Is that the lyrics?
That's the Queen song she's quoting.
There's a Queen and there's a Styx song.
There is a theme here.
Judges. Judges A. What's the top answer? Sticks Renegade for the win. Hey, guys, we have run late.
We may need JSO in the building.
We have run late. I have so many more questions. They would have gotten better, but this was great. But by a score of 3-1. I mean, listen, at this point, I'm going to have to change the game. We'll keep Survey Says in the rotation, but Michelle Thibodeau, another win. Aaron Schachter doing what he does best.
What's that?
Culture of losing.
Surprise, surprise.
I mean, great job.
Thanks, Guy. Appreciate it.
Michelle.
Oh,
Thank you.
Sorry.
But
Thank
great
you.
back and forth about the dating and who pays and canceling and all that stuff, man. You guys should do a podcast. You guys should get on air.
Technically, we just did a podcast.
Technically.
It'll be live tonight. So,
holy smokes.
And thank you for being a part of it, News Queen Michelle Thibodeau. We always appreciate your visits here in the studio, however frustrating they may be for me.
It's always fun.
For those of you watching on the stream, this is where we shut it down. You guys have a great weekend. For those of you listening on the radio, got an interview coming up with Megan Weinstein from the Ronald McDonald House, Kamal Gasper from ViStar Credit Union about the Big McGala going on this weekend and the other activities that the Ronald McDonald House of Jacksonville does here for the community, the great stuff they do and how you can get involved. For everyone here at the Aaron Schachter Show, Michelle Thibodeau, Brian Middleton, and myself, wish you guys a great weekend.
Now, the First Alert forecast on ESPN 690.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms will continue into early this evening. A few strong storms and gusty winds with temperatures in the 70s and 80s. Clearing later tonight and then mostly sunny, cooler and less humid. Really nice Saturday. Highs tomorrow reach the low 80s. From the CBS 47 and Fox 30 Action News Jack's First Alert Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beard's Diamonds. Save thousands on hundreds of Mother's Day gift ideas. Now at Beard's Diamonds. Spring has sprung and tax return season is here. Now's the time to beautify your home by replacing your old windows with new energy-efficient, easy-to-clean windows from American Window Products. Keep the summer heat out with special glass packages including low E3 and argon gas. American Window Products only uses the highest quality products and professionally trained employees to install. Call now to find out why they were voted the #1 window company in Jacksonville. 731-2247 for a free estimate or visit AmericanWindowProducts.com.
Jacksonville is the largest city in the contiguous U.S. in square miles. So when you have to cover breaking news over an area bigger than L.A., Phoenix, or Dallas, you need an advantage. Action News Jacks with a fleet of news-gathering drones to take you to breaking news live as it happens. And with more investigative reporters on the ground in every local county, you're informed no matter where you live. Action News Jacks. Local coverage you can count on.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Hairforme.com.
Why Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned? I'll tell you why. Over 600 vehicles in stock, one location. That's over 275 SUVs, over 200 cars, over 110 pickups. Arlington Pre-Owned even has 125 vehicles under $18,000. Plus, now you get 60 days to love your purchase or exchange it. And Arlington's Credit for Everyone program. Oh, and did I mention the Summer Starts Here sales event is going on right now, even on used. Shop 10939 Atlantic Boulevard or arlingtontoyota.com.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's contestant, an avocado consultant from Jacksonville, Florida, meet Dave Ortega. Okay, Dave, here's your question. Your house is not bad in the morning, but by the afternoon, your AC can barely keep up, even with the curtains closed. What do you do?
Oh, can I buy a valve?
Not that kind of show, Dave.
Can I spin the wheel?
Yeah, we don't even have a wheel, Dave.
Can I phone a friend? Oh, can I call Bueller?
That's right, Dave. Call Bueller Air and Plumbing to assess your home's airflow and sunlight patterns and let us optimize your air conditioning so that you are cool.
This is the happiest day of my life.
Well, you gotta get out more, Dave.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Angie's List is now Angie, and we've heard a lot of theories about why.
I thought it was an eco move. Fewer words, less paper.
No, it was so you could say it faster.
No, it's to be more iconic.
Must be a tech thing. But those aren't quite right. It's because now you can compare upfront prices, book a service instantly, and even get your project handled from start to finish.
Sounds easy.
It is, and it makes us so much more than just a list. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
Main office, Jacksonville.
We're dealing at Best Bet St. Augustine, the only card room and sports bar in St. Augustine, Florida. With nonstop action, poker games of all limits, exciting tournaments and table games, and a sports bar showing all the action, Best Bet St. Augustine has you covered. Don't miss our delicious dining options, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and our always popular freshly made sushi. Best Bet St. Augustine is located at 800 Marketplace Drive off exit 311, where I-95 and State Road 207 meet. Learn more at bestbetjacks.com.
Investigative journalism. It's the difference between the Action News Jack style of news and everyone else's.
I'm Ben Becker. This scam is targeting residents on the South Side.
We investigate so you're crystal clear how a story impacts you.
I'm Emily Turner. Look at the fine print because you're still getting billed.
Because our reporters don't just tell you what happened. We break down how it affects you and your neighborhood, which is why people are putting their trust in us. Action News Jacks at 5 and 6. It's local coverage you can count on.
And we're live here outside the Perez family home, just waiting for the... And there they go, almost on time this morning. Mom is coming out the front door strong with a double-arm kid carry. Looks like Dad has the bags. Daughter is bringing up the rear. Oh, but the diaper bag wasn't closed. Diapers and toys are everywhere. Ooh, but Mom has just nailed the perfect car seat buckle for the toddler. And now the eldest daughter, who looks to be about 9 or 10, has secured herself in the booster seat. Dad zips the bag closed, and they're off. But looks like Mom doesn't realize her coffee cup is still on the roof of the car. And there it goes. Oh, that's a shame. That mug was a fam favorite.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Just nail the big stuff. Like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Learn more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Visit nhtsa.gov/the
right seat. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hey guys, we're the Twin Peaks girls. We just love guys that listen to the Young and Norvell show. Weekdays, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on ESPN 690.